Hi everybody, Jeff, your executive gardener. I apologize for my subscribers and viewers. I've been off for 3 or 4 weeks for good reasons. You see, I live in Houston, as you know. We got hammered by Hurricane Harvey, and I work in Tampa, which got hammered by Hurricane Irma. So it was 2 hurricanes, major hurricanes in 3 weeks, and that created issues both with work and with my personal life, but we made it through it. We made it through, and certainly our prayers go to everybody else that in the world that's dealing with earthquakes and hurricanes still. But as far as Texas goes, we will recover, and I'm sure Florida will recover well too. So first I want to start with and thank all my subscribers that sent in money to help the families that I'm aware of that were impacted by Hurricane Harvey. You sent gift cards, you sent many type of things, and that just warms my heart. And it makes me feel proud to be a part of this gardening community, and that we all that sent in money, even people that sent in their thoughts and prayers, that we could benefit some families that were devastated by the hurricane. So thank you. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. So what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to keep it relatively short. I'm going to show you 4 or 5 weeks ago I showed you my seedlings. I'm going to show you where I am with them now and give you an update on my fall garden. So this will be my fall garden that will last probably through December 15th. And it's unlike many of the gardens that you're going to experience in lower agricultural zones like 5 and 6. But here in 8B we can grow some pretty cool things up through December 15th. So let me show you what's growing here in my backyard. So I always start with my easiest form of gardening, which is my green stalk garden. So if you'll take a look here, what I've done is I'm going to make this, for the most part, a tomato garden. So all of these tomatoes are cherry tomatoes, different varieties of cherry tomatoes. I've got cello, I've got cherry fountain, I got silver fir, and I think I've got some husky cherry tomatoes. If you don't have one of these tower gardens, I definitely recommend you get one. For a variety of reasons. It makes growing things a lot easier. Number 1, you don't have to weed. Number 2, you can control the nutrients. Number 3, you don't have pests. Number 4. So just easy to do. So you'll see here all these plants look really well. They're starting to get some flowers on them. And as you'll see here, there's some flowers coming on board. These plants, and I have them staked up in these small stakes so we can make sure that as they get fruit, they don't load down too much. And then I also put, as you'll see for my wife, I got some dill and tarragon. So dill and tarragon. So green stalk garden, that's what's doing there. So as we go back here, let's take a look. Let's duck under. And here we have some pole beans. So take a look at the pole beans. I think they look really good. The key with pole beans, which I forgot to do early on, is they do need poles. They do need sticks because they like to climb and vine out, and that's what I've done. So I've provided a bunch of poles for these things, and there's some more there. So my plan is to have these Kentucky pole beans grow along the trellis. If you remember this trellis, this was from my grapevines that I took out. They just became too unruly. So, and then what I'm going to do on this side, I have 2 more beds that are open and plenty of trellis here. I'm going to vine cucumbers. So pickling cucumbers, I'll be making dill pickles for my kids. They love those. So 2 more garden beds left. They'll both be pickling cucumbers, and these will be pole beans. So that's what we will enjoy between now and December. Let me show you my side garden. And I forgot to mention, and actually, if you don't grow these are some of my favorite cherry tomatoes. These are sweet and neat tomatoes, so I have 2 of those growing. But I forgot to mention this as well, I'm sorry. So all of these tomatoes here are grown from seed. So this is why they look so healthy. So you can try to go to garden stores and buy things, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you grow things from seed, look at the perfection you get. Just beautiful foliage and beautiful tomatoes. So you control the entire process from start to finish, and you can keep it organic. So let me show you my side garden, what's growing on that side. So here in my side garden, as you'll see, I still have the weed cloth down. This thing got hammered with the hurricane, so it was flooded out. So I didn't lose anything because I didn't start planting yet. So what I have here is these are, again, started from seed. These are Brandywine Cedith, tomatoes, doing really well. Getting big, they're staked up. If you don't have these tomato cages, I really recommend you get them. There's, I guess they're not cages, but they're the regular poles, and they have clips, and they really allow your tomato plants to get maximum support as they grow. So over here, I have two big rainbow tomatoes, beautiful tomatoes, doing well. Again, started from seed. Nice and green, no disease, so really happy about that. The other thing I really like about weed cloth is that it keeps the soil from splashing on your leaves and getting disease on the plant. So as we go further in there, I've got two silver fir tomatoes. I really like those leaves. Look at those leaves, they're really cool. These are younger, but started from seed, silver fir. And then down there, I do have two Jimmy Nardello peppers. So Jimmy Nardello is my favorite pepper. We just planted them, and we just planted that one as well. So I have shishito as well, so the extra space that I'm going to have down there, I'm going to put shishito peppers. So I'm going to keep it kind of mellow this year. I usually plant too much. Even with these tomato plants that I have and the cherry tomatoes, there's more than I can possibly eat with a family of 4, and the stuff that I give away to my friends. So I'm going to have a total of, probably about 8 to 10 tomato plants, different varieties, and probably 4 or 5 pepper plants. So I keep the strongest of each and I get rid of the others. That's the beautiful thing about doing that. So that's my update. I'm going to enjoy tomatoes, peppers, green beans, and pickling cucumbers for dill pickles this fall garden. So as I speak to you today, it's 92 degrees here in Houston, Texas. So the good news is at night it's starting to get down to 70-some degrees at night. In a few weeks it'll get down below 70, 75. As you've heard me say before, tomato plants, the flowers do not turn into fruit unless it gets below 70, 75 at night. So it's going to be essential. So I timed this kind of really good. So if you're listening to this and you live in Houston or South Texas, now is the time to get your tomato seedlings outside. Maybe a little bit too late if you're starting from seeds right now. But seedlings you can get outside, because in 2 weeks or so our temperatures are going to get down below 70, 75 at night, okay? And you'll be in great shape, have a great season. So I'll give you an update as we start to get some tomatoes on these plants, but everything's doing well here in the Houston Fall Garden. Again, 2 hurricanes in 3 weeks, my work, my home. It's been a tough few weeks. Thanks to everybody for your thoughts, your comments, your prayers, and to those that sent in gift cards for the families that were affected. Thank you so much. It means so much to have people that care about people around the world. Until next time, Jeff, your executive gardener, thanks for watching this quick episode on my fall garden. Bye.